I have a quick update when it comes to Hedera, and what is that? Even though nothing I say is financial advice, it's how not too long ago Coinbase Institutional made a post talking about the Coinbase 50 index. And the Coinbase 50 index, basically, it's a benchmark tracking the performance of the top 50 eligible projects, I would say, that are listed on Coinbase. So yeah, I find that pretty interesting. But even besides that, there has been several new additions when it comes to this, and HBAR is one of them. Now, HBAR is not the only one, by the way, but I'm saying it's pretty cool nonetheless. Now, from what I can see right here, there's something like Mantle, there's VeChain, there's Flare, there's Say, there's something like Mutable. But what do they all have in common as of right now? They're just all not doing the best, clearly, when it comes to the hypothetical price. But then when I talk about something like this, people like to say, well, who cares? Well, I think something like this could hypothetically matter, especially if, let's say, HBAR continues to be on here. I think maybe in terms of the validity, it could be a little bit different if, let's say, there was an altcoin season, because HBAR is already pretty popular in the grand scheme of things. I mean, it's a top 50 project, right? It's not like it's, you know, the 300th ranked or 400th ranked, project. No, in terms of market cap, it's actually top 50. But I'm just saying, within this space, when I take a look at something like Hedera, I find it pretty cool nonetheless, because even at a time like this, when altcoins don't have the best sentiment, I'm still at least seeing something go on when it comes to Hedera. That's just my perspective. Now, Coinbase, I mean, it's very popular, right? Even Coinbase, by the way, just if I take a look at it, it is on the S&P 500. It's publicly listed. So when I see something like HBAR, again, being added to that Coinbase 50 index, I do find it pretty interesting. Now, when I take a look at Hedera, people like to say, well, no one's really going to care about this. Well, I think this alone is not going to make people care about it or not. But I feel like personally for me, the reason why I care about it is because I do like the fundamentals of Hedera Hashgraph. I do get it though that when it comes to HBAR, it is around 21.5 times lower than $3. However, to me, I'm still a fan when it comes to HBAR, because if with the fundamentals I'm seeing when it comes to HBAR, and I'm basically able to dollar cost average at a point in which the last time I kind of saw was back in November of 2024, I don't know if I necessarily complain about that. That's just my perspective. Now, granted, we saw a pretty okay rally when it comes to HBAR in 2024, and then it's had a pullback. However, even despite all that, it's been holding up pretty okay compared to some other altcoins out there when it comes to HBAR. So, I mean, it's not the best thing out there, but if I'm able to dollar cost average back at, 2024 November levels, I'm not going to be necessarily complaining. Now, I am just doing it once a month, by the way, so I haven't given up when it comes to Hedera. I mean, Hedera Hashgraph, it doesn't even utilize traditional blockchain technology. It uses something called a directed acyclic graph. So it's actually very different from a lot of other projects out there in terms of the fundamentals of it. When I take a look at the governing council of Hedera, it even includes something like Google. So when I take a look at Hedera overall, I just don't want to give up, because it's not a specialized event where only HBAR is down. I mean, a bunch of altcoins are also down. So at a time like this, I'm just going to stay patient, just hold, and just kind of, I guess, channel my David Goggins mindset and just, wait it out. I'm going to treat it like a marathon. That's my point of view, even though I'm not telling anyone to do anything. But that's just, again, my perspective. I'm going to stay patient, just hold, and wait and see what happens. But I don't think I've seen an altcoin season during the cycle, so I'm just waiting. But I wanted to make this updated video real quick because I found it pretty cool that, again, Hedera, or should I say HBAR, was even in something like that. But yeah, besides that point, I want to say thank you for watching. I hope you all have a nice day. It's been Lee the Captain, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.